Hello, this is Malorian and this is the Orc Tactical Team, and what we're going to be talking about today is a item that's right here in the common rule book, but for some reason nobody ever wants to touch this thing. What it actually is jumping right to it. It's an arcane item and it's called the Forbidden Rod. Now what this does is it's 35 points, and on your magic phase it will give you an extra d6 power dice, but then the person that uses inflicts D3 wounds on him, which you can't have any armor saves against. Now, of course, there's obvious drawbacks against this. Just getting straight to them and why people don't like this is the fact that it hurts you. If you put this on a hero guy, on average, he's going to be dead, taking the 2 wounds. And of course, if you take this on a lord, there's this chance the lord could actually die. So, obviously, with this risk, a lot of people just see this and they pass right over it. They don't even care about it. But I think, especially for tournament play, this is something you should really be looking at, especially if you're running one of the armies that really depends on magic. So this could either be the lizardmen or the dark elves, something like this, where you usually have that one big turn where you need your magic. Everything's going to be pushing to get those spells. And if you have one bad magic, winds of magic, where you're only getting a few dice, you're screwed, and you could be losing the entire game just because your whole strategy for your team was all built around the magic phase, and the magic phase just failed you. You just didn't have the dice to get it done. And however, there's this little cheap item that you could be taking that all of a sudden by doing this, you're set. Now, there's different ways if you're going to be building your tournament army that you could be working this in. And I'd say probably one of the best ones is actually if you can just put it onto your lord, because that means that a lot of the times you're not going to be dying from this, right? Just 1/3 of the time you'd be taking the full 3 wounds. Now that still is a little bit of a risk, and so what you're probably also going to be doing is giving him a ward. Now you can't really say that, okay, well, it's only 35 points, but then you're adding a 45-point ward, because a lot of people in the tournament play actually like really having that 4+ ward there to really help them if there's miscast or if you're up against death magic or something. So for a lot of people, this is there already. Or of course, if you're a lizardman and you're a slan, you're going to be having this default anyway. So having this on your character, on your lord, is a really great way to go. Something you could also do if you just really are totally against that, don't want to take the risk, just throw it on your support mage, right? If you really are dependent on magic, you probably have some backup mage in there, and so just toss it on him. 2/3 of the time this backup mage might die, but who cares, right? You're going to be casting all these spells with your main caster anyway. And really, when you are balancing that, losing one, let's say 150-point support mage in order to win the game is well worth it. So just something there that people should really be looking at, especially if you're the tournament player, especially if you're an army that depends on magic. It's the Forbidden Rod, and it's right here in the main book. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Bye.